Joe John wants to know, what are you doing tomorrow? Hello world, hello digital chimera. Arrived in the golden shores of California in one piece. The RV bruised and battered, returned. California, enter the road. Day 30 of the 30 days. Thank you. Goodbye. There's the Freemason symbol at the top. It's the thing with the G. Oh, there goes the mirror. Was anybody commenting? Travel town? Burbank, California, not Berkeley. Burbank. Choo-choo. The other Disney tie-in here is that this was originally supposed to be the land for Disneyland, and Walt had a whole plan here. This was sort of where it was supposed to be, and obviously I'm repeating myself, but the city of Burbank turned him down, which I think is one of the great, interesting misses of all time. Brought my son here today. But lots of cool stuff here. Brought my son here today, Augustus. He's riding a little train that goes around at the moment. So choo-choo, as we say.
I mean, that was the soundtrack of like my adolescence.
Yeah, it's funny. It's I meet so many people that was their, that was their time. So
I have the distinction of being the only person I've ever heard of that was thrown out of the church choir. The choir director.
What'd you do?
Sang too loud.
And
I didn't blend in.
That's what happened to me in choir. Because our voices are so loud, we stick out.
Sped forth for the freemen and slaves, whispers of secrets and saves about whom they are.
I drove probably 80% of the trip, so I'm pretty tired of driving. Believe it or not, I'm actually not a big fan of driving. So to drive all those miles and to drive all those extra miles, I don't know how many miles we drove, but it must have been somewhere in the range of about 5,000 miles. So, I'd have to say, coming up through the Florida Panhandle today, I had some really good luck writing some new music. I generated 3 new ideas today, so I'm really happy about that. And music's flowing, feel really good, feel relaxed. But I think you can see that there's a different, let's call it casual way to communicate. It doesn't require selling anything, pushing anything. I think just good communication in the arts, whether it's through visual media, music, just exploration, sharing. I think that's something that works very well in the 21st century. And so maybe there's a business there where we can build, where we can do more stuff like this, not just centered on me, but certainly other people that Dave and I would be interested in. We certainly have a lot of friends who are charismatic, and I'd love watching them explore things what's the colloquial way of saying it, like a deep dive, kind of doing a deeper dive on culture. You get into the sort of the H.G. Wells time of like sci-fi future. I mean, this is it. Talk about crazy American dreaming. Or creating your own media. And that's a little bit of a buzzword way to put it. But I just think sitting around waiting for other people to tell your story is a bit boring. It hasn't worked so well for me. Early propaganda. But I think I push buttons that are intangible. I'm certainly worth a lot of money as a clickbait. But my real value isn't stuff like this. I think there's a way to be an artist and be a human being and not be gross, piggish, terrible, or awful. When is one not lost, but found? Where one journeys to somewhere south, to the edge of something, to find what one is looking for, not lost, but found. So what does that mean? You have to be better, your songs have to be better, you have to be more interesting, and you have to move at the pace of the generation that exists. So...
Up to it.
Up to it. All right, good luck. Great meeting you. Good luck.
Thank you so much.
Well, in terms of being enlightened or fulfilled on the trip, I would say it pretty simply. I love my country.
I don't know if anybody asked yet, but why Laredo?
I just looked at the map and I said I want to go there. So that's it. Every day we wake up and we go there.
Cool. You want to go to Mexico? It's really like right there. You can all walk over there. It's Laredo News. Billy Corgan's in town.
I grew up in a time where patriotism was sort of frowned upon. I don't know if it's the same or different now. I can only speak for the times I grew up in. But I didn't realize how much I love my country until I got a little older and saw the world. And it doesn't mean I don't love other countries. I love a lot of places. But I particularly love my country and the people in it. And I think, again, at the risk of being repetitive, getting out in the country, seeing the beauty of this country in particular, seeing how much work we have to do as a country, economically, socially, culturally. There is an American spirit there that defines us. It doesn't always work, but when it works right, it's inspiring.
Cool enough to not quite see it. I'll pick your pockets full of sorrows, so run away with me tomorrow.
I try to shoot stuff that not just anybody can shoot too.
Blue are the signs of the night wind calling. Blue prairie, blue are the hills.
There is an American spirit there that defines us. It doesn't always work, but when it works right, it's inspiring. So I don't know if that translates into better music or not, but I just think feeling of the time you're in is always, I think, helpful as an artist. Sentimentalism only goes so far, and future projecting only goes so far. Being timely, I think, is usually the best course of action.
For me, I grew up here, and it's just one of those places. Magical, secret, sacred.
Thank you, Charles.
From Chicago, Illinois, Mr. Billy Corgan. Thank you very much, pals. Right on.
And again, appreciate everybody's participation. The project has been awesome. Lots of good music, lots of good things ahead. I played someone last night in the business world, my new album, and it's pretty cool, the reaction. So I'm excited for you to hear that soon.
Cry, cry, darling. My eyes will cry and never dry if you should go. Cry, cry, darling. When shadows creep, I'll just weep all night alone.
So why does one get up in the morning out here in the beautiful Monument Valley? Well, a few reasons. One, you want to catch that light, which we just shot some for the album. Some pictures of yours truly. And there was this 10-15 minute period where the light here was just insanely beautiful.
I'll take a look at it. We stayed at, it was Champagne, right? I think that's one of the reasons why we've been friends this whole time. We've had a million people try to divide us, and people come and people go.
I think I'm a lot more excited for the next decade of my life than I would have thought. Growing up in rock and roll, the famous line, "Hope I die before I get old," sung by people who are now on stage in their 70s, by the way. Rock and roll, generally speaking, is not, at least in the generation I grew up in, wasn't seen as something you would do past a certain point. But here I am, I'm still doing it. Pretty interested in doing it, and I plan on doing it at a high level for another decade at least. So.
All my best to you, I'm so lonely, I think about her only.
I was talking the other day with my new friend Amy Jo Martin that I'm going to take a train trip for my 50th birthday from Chicago to LA. So we're going to be actually going right through here, I believe, on a private train car that I've hired. And so hopefully we'll be able to do documentaries like this for you about that.
Joe John wants to know, what are you doing tomorrow?
Well, tomorrow